So are you the one who is still posting job listings on LinkedIn manually? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to build an AI agent to auto post job listings on LinkedIn. So over here I'm an HR manager of a company and I also regularly post job listings on LinkedIn manually. But this is such a tedious and a time consuming task, right? So to solve this problem, I've simply created this automation where what is going to happen is that as soon as I add the details of the job in my spreadsheet, automatically my AI agent, which is OpenAI, is going to generate the post content. And further, I can post that on my LinkedIn account, that too without any manual efforts. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between Google Sheets, my AI agent, which is OpenAI, and then LinkedIn. And to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also want to create this automation for your business? Then for that, you have to come with me towards my screen. Welcome to my screen. So in this video, I'll show you how to automatically build a AI agent that automatically posts job listing on LinkedIn using your data you add in your Google spreadsheet. So whether you are an HR manager or a recruitment agency, this automation helps you to publish roles faster, stay consistent with your posting schedule, and reach more candidates without doing it manually. So let's get started and make hiring easier and smarter. And to get started, I'm just going to show you a real-time example. So let's say that I'm just going to enter the job title, the department, the location, the responsibilities, and now I'm just going to enter the required skills, the salary range, and the experience required. So yes, over here you can see that I've successfully entered all of these details. And now with the help of these same details, a new post has been posted on my LinkedIn account. So I'm simply going to open my LinkedIn account and I'm just going to refresh it right from here. And as soon as we're going to refresh it right from here, yes, you can see, are you result-driven sales executive? We are seeking a determined individual to join our sales team. You can see a post has been posted with the same details which we entered right over here in my spreadsheet. You can see in real time, within seconds, the post has been posted right over here in my LinkedIn account. So yes, you can see that this is such a useful automation if you are an HR manager or you run a recruitment agency. And if you also want to create this automation, then for that you have to watch this tutorial till the end. So to do this, I've simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect/INR in my browser. And as soon as we're going to open the landing page of Pabbly Connect, over here we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the other one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on this sign up for free and you are going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here I'm an existing user, so I'm simply going to click on this sign in, and as soon as we're going to click on this sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps. And over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm simply going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connects account. And as soon as we're going to click on this access now, it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we are simply going to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to build an AI agent to auto post job listings on LinkedIn. And then we are simply going to click on this button right over here which says create. And as soon as we're going to click on this create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by our trigger. And that's the particular reason that we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger in a particular workflow. And And to get started, I'm simply going to select my trigger application. So for my trigger application, I'm just going to select it as Google Sheets, because what I want is that as soon as I add the details of the job right over here in my Google Sheets, automatically this workflow should get triggered. Alright, so I'm just going to search for Google Sheets and then we are simply going to select it. And now for the trigger event, I'm simply going to select it as new or updated spreadsheet row. And now it is giving me a webhook URL. So we are going to use this same webhook URL in order to create a connection between our Google Sheets account and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. So what we're going to do is I'm simply going to copy this webhook URL and then I'm just going to open my Google Sheets account. And now from here we have to go towards this extensions, add-ons, and then towards this get add-ons. Over here I'm just going to add an extension in my spreadsheet. So to add that extension, we have to search for Pabbly Connect webhooks right over here. So I'm just going to search for Pabbly Connect webhooks, and as you can see the same, so we are simply going to select it. So I'm just going to open it, and as you can see that I've already installed this extension in my spreadsheet. So that's why it is showing me the option of uninstall. But if you haven't installed this extension, you are definitely going to get the option of install right over here. And once you install this extension, you have to refresh this spreadsheet. It is a really important step to refresh the spreadsheet. Otherwise, you are not going to get the option of Pabbly Connect webhooks right over here in your extensions like I am getting. Alright, so now after refreshing the spreadsheet, we are going to move on forward. We have to go towards this extensions. Pabbly Connect webhooks will appear right over here. So now we have to go towards this initial setup. And after coming over here towards this initial setup, we have to enter the webhook URL and the trigger column. So for this webhook URL field, I'm simply going to paste the URL which we copied from our workflow. And now for the trigger column, I'm just going to enter my trigger column. So you must be wondering, what is trigger column? So the trigger column will be your final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row will be sent towards your webhook URL. So here you can see the trigger column for me is G, which is that as soon as I add the experience required, the whole row data would be sent towards my webhook URL and the workflow is going to get triggered. So that's the meaning of trigger column. You have to enter the trigger column according to your specific spreadsheet. So after entering the details like webhook URL and the trigger column, I'm simply going to click on this submit. And as you can see, setup configured successfully. So with this, we have successfully created a connection between our Google Sheets and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it is saying waiting for a webhook response. And in the notes, it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission or record. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to open my spreadsheet. We are going to go towards this extensions, Pabbly Connect webhooks, and over here we have to switch on this button which is send on event. It is a really important step to switch on this button, because now what is going to happen is that as soon as a new event is going to occur in the spreadsheet, automatically the details would be sent towards the webhook URL. So yes, over here you can see that I've successfully switched on this button which is send on event. And after switching on this button, I'm just going to do the test submission. I'm just going to enter the details right over here and do the test submission. Alright, so first I'm simply going to enter the job title, then the department, the location, the responsibilities. Then I'm just going to enter the required skills, the salary range, and then I'm just going to enter the experience required right over here. So yes, with this we have successfully did the test submission, and now spreadsheet has sent the details of our test submission to our workflow. So I'm just going to open my workflow, and yes, over here you can see that Pabbly has captured the response. You can see all the details. Over here you can see the salary range, you can see the responsibilities, the required skills, the location, the job title, the experience required, and the department. So yes, over here you can see all the details have been captured right over here in my workflow too. And with this, we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now what is going to happen is that as soon as I'm just going to add the details right over here in my spreadsheet, automatically this workflow is going to get triggered. So now we are going to move on further towards the action step. What I want is I want to build an AI agent to auto post job listings on LinkedIn. So for my action application, I'm just going to select it as my AI agent, which is OpenAI in this case. So I'm just going to search for OpenAI, and as you can see the same, so we are simply going to select it. And now for the action event, I'm just going to select it as ChatGPT and click on this connect. And now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your OpenAI account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the token. And now to get this token, it is saying to follow the help text. It is saying OpenAI uses API key for authentication. Kindly visit our OpenAI API key page to get the API key that you need to enter here. Alright, so we have to go towards this OpenAI API key page, and for that the hyperlink is provided. So I'm just going to click on this hyperlink, which will redirect me to my OpenAI API key page. And now over here we have to create a secret key. And to create a secret key, we have to go towards this create new secret key button, and now I'm just going to name my key. Alright, so I'm just going to name my key as LinkedIn right over here. You have to name your key according to your own preferences. So as you can see that I've successfully named my key as LinkedIn. Now for the project, I'm just going to select my project and click on this create secret key button. And as soon as we're going to click on this create secret key button, over here you can see that I've successfully created my API key. So I'm simply going to copy this API key, and then we're going to paste it right over here in my workflow like this. So yes, now after pasting this API key, we are simply going to click on this button right over here which says save. And with this, we have successfully connected our AI agent, which is OpenAI, with this workflow. And now it is asking me to select the AI model. So over here you can select the AI model according to your preferences. I'm just going to select it as GPT-4. And now it is asking me to enter the prompt. Alright, so I'm just going to enter my prompt right over here, which will be this, which says write a LinkedIn job posting for this opening. I'm just going to enter the details like the job title, department, location, responsibility, and all the details. The tone should be friendly and professional. Make it suitable for LinkedIn, under 600 characters. End with a call to action of asking people to apply. Comment if they want to apply. Do not use any special characters. So yes, you can see that this is the prompt I'm just going to give to my AI agent, and I'm just going to enter the details in front of these two so that it can create the job post. Alright, but now I'm just going to enter the details, but I'm not going to enter the details manually or by copy pasting it, but instead we are going to map it. So you must be wondering, what is mapping? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Google Sheets as our trigger application. So we are simply going to map the details from the response of our Google Sheets only, and as soon as we're going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. Alright, so I'm simply going to map all of these details. First, I'm just going to map the job title, which is this. We are going to move forward. I'm just going to map the department right over here. I'm just going to search for it and map it. Same we are going to do with the location too. And likewise, we are going to map all of these details like responsibilities. Then we're going to map the required skills too right over here. I'm just going to look for required skills and map it. We're going to move forward, and I'm just going to map the salary too. I'm just going to look for salary and map it, and same we're going to do with the experience. I'm just going to map the experience required. So yes, over here you can see that I've successfully mapped all of these details, and I'm simply going to click on this save and send test request. And as soon as we're going to click on this save and send test request, my AI agent is going to generate me the LinkedIn post. And over here you can see that it has successfully generated me the LinkedIn post. It is saying we are hiring, and if you are passionate away about SEO, copywriting, and WordPress, we have a perfect opportunity for you. As a content marketer in our team, you'll create, manage engaging blog content that speaks to our audience. This is fully remote position offering this salary, ideally suited for candidates with 2+ years of experience. So yes, you can see that I've successfully generated this job post with the help of my AI agent. And now with this, we have successfully completed this action step. Alright, so further what I want is the AI generated post. I want to post it right over here in my LinkedIn also, right? Not only generate it, but also post it. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to add another action step right over here. And now for the action application, I'm just going to select it as LinkedIn in order to post that AI generated job posting. Alright, so I'm just going to search for LinkedIn, and then we are simply going to select it. And now for the action event, I'm simply going to select it as share a simple text, and then we are simply going to click on this connect. And now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your LinkedIn account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me. Click on add a new connection. Now we are simply going to click on this blue button which says connect with LinkedIn. LinkedIn. And as soon as we're going to click on this blue button, it is asking me for my LinkedIn account credentials. So I'm simply going to enter it right over here, and then we have to click on this sign in. And as soon as we're going to click on this sign in, it is saying authorization successful. With this, we have successfully connected our LinkedIn account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. Alright, so as you can see, connected right over here too. Now we're going to move forward. It is asking me for the author. So I'm just going to select the author. We are going to move forward. It is asking me for the content I want to post. Alright, so for that, I'm just going to map the content which my OpenAI generated. I'm just going to open the response and map this message content. Now it is asking me for the visibility, so I'm just going to keep it as public. And then we simply have to click on this save and send test request. And as soon as we are going to click on this save and send test request, automatically this AI generated job posting would be posted on my LinkedIn account. That too without any manual effort. So yes, we have received a positive response that we have successfully posted it. So I'm just going to open my LinkedIn account and check for the new post. So I'm just going to open my LinkedIn account, and over here we are going to check for the new post. For that, I'm just going to refresh it, and yes, over here you can see a new post has been posted. You can see it is exactly the same which our AI generated. So yes, with this we have successfully completed this workflow. And now what is going to happen is that as soon as I add the details right over here in my spreadsheet, automatically my AI agent is going to generate the job listing post, and then further we are going to post it on our LinkedIn with the help of this workflow. And now we don't have to come back again to our workflow to click on save and send test request. Like I showed you in the real-time example, I only have to add the details of my job right over here in my spreadsheet, and automatically the post would be posted on my LinkedIn account. That too without any manual efforts. This workflow is going to run in backend. We can just sit back and relax. So yes, this was it for the video, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. So go try it out, this automation for yourself too, and see you in the next video with many more automation tips. Thank you for watching, everyone. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.